Good morning. Something really strange happened to me last weekend that I really need to talk about because I don't have therapy for another week. And I was just reflecting on it this morning, and like a lot of the little pieces from the day and how they kind of added up to what had happened is honestly just, it's a little crazy what ended up happening. So Saturday, I worked. I had plans to go to work for a few hours. And then later on, I was going to see my friend and go to the movies with her. We went to see Devil Wears Prada 2. And then, I was just going to go home. But I wasn't supposed to see her until way later, like 7:20. The movie was like 2 hours long. So we ended up getting out of the theater like maybe around like 9:20 or something like that. 9:30, whatever. So yeah, when I was at work, this was in the morning, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and for some reason we were talking about like depression, and I don't know how we got on the topic of it, but I was just like, yeah, if I died tomorrow, I think I've seen enough people, I've had enough clients, and maybe God would be proud of the work that I did. And I was just like, I'm just waiting for Jesus to come back, like just saying all these little things or whatever. And I didn't think anything of it. It was just like a conversation that I was having with him, and he was just like, oh, I'm sorry that that you're depressed or whatever. So whatever, like conversation ended. It was very brief, like it was only like a couple minutes. Going about my day, working, got done with my last client, ended up going home, getting ready to go to the movies to see my friend. So the movie theater was a good 45-minute drive. So I'm on the freeway cruising, everything's fine, headed to the movies. I got her flowers and everything. So everything went well leading up to getting to the movie theater and all that stuff. So we ended up seeing the movie. The movie was good. It was interesting. And that's like a whole other topic, because I felt there were a lot of subliminals in that movie. There were some Easter eggs from the first movie, but there were a lot of subliminals that really had to do with like selling your soul to the fashion industry, which I found to be very interesting. Yeah, which is a whole other topic in itself. So the movie was interesting. It wasn't bad. It was a good movie. Like I would see it again, but yeah, there were some subliminal messages I thought definitely like that had to do with like selling your soul to fashion. And then once we got out of the movies, we went over to her car. She drove me back over to the parking lot where my car is. We smoked and chatted for a little bit, just kind of catching up and talking about our lives, exchanging our gifts. And then, I went on my way. So I get in my car, I put my GPS on, and I'm about to head back home. And I put my music on. And mind you, it's pitch black dark outside. I'm listening to the music and everything. And then suddenly the song that comes on is like Spirit in the Sky. I don't know who that song is by and why it was on like my Sweet Vibes playlist, why I put it on that playlist. But Spirit in the Sky started playing, like I got a friend in Jesus, like if you die or when you die, you're gonna meet the spirit in the sky, whatever the lyrics are of that song. And I was like, I'm not about to listen to the song while I'm like coasting on the freeway in the dark. Like I was like, sure, it's a spiritual song or whatever, but like it's talking about death. And now that I think about it, I'm like, I'm not about to keep that song on my playlist because that's terrifying. So I had a brief moment where I was listening to the song and I'm like, hi. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not, like, I had to change the song because I'm like, I'm not about to listen to the song like on the on-ramp, like while I'm about to start cruising on the freeway. So I changed the song. And moments later, I'm on the on-ramp. It's a one-lane on-ramp. There's a shoulder on one side. The other side is just pitch black. It's like a curved on-ramp. So I'm coasting. A car comes speeding up behind me on the on-ramp. And this is crazy. This car was trying to pass me on the on-ramp, in a one-lane on-ramp. This is a no passing lane. Like it's completely illegal to do something like this. This car was speeding up behind me. Bright lights on, like really, really close, like almost bumper to bumper, like about to hit my car, trying to move past me on this curved on-ramp, trying to move past me for like a good minute or two. I'm over here trying to get away from this car. And it was so scary because it almost was like they were trying to run me off the freeway. So I had to, like, I put my hazards on. The car still did not stop. The car continued to try to pass me. So I ended up pulling over on the side of the on-ramp. This is like before I'm even on the freeway. I had to pull over on the shoulder to let this car move past me. And I was livid. I was so livid. By the time I got to the freeway and I saw that car, I was just honking it out of my horn at that car. So yeah, weirdest, crazy experience that I've ever had. And I like could have lost my life. And it was extremely terrifying and completely illegal. And now looking back on it, I really should have let them pass me and then gotten their license plate number so that I could report it to the cops. But I didn't end up doing that. But yeah, be careful out there driving, and also like maybe don't say things about death because yeah, like I don't know. It felt like maybe like a spiritual situation for the whole day, but I don't know what it was. Like maybe me talking up death or talking about like, you know, God coming back or whatever it was. But it really felt like a spiritual experience to a degree that happened. And it was probably one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me. So I was praying the whole time. Be careful out there, folks. And also, is doing drugs worth your salvation? Peace.